waiting for my because it's 6-2, 6-1.
New ground for Alexandra Eala from the Philippines.
For me to be able to do that for my country, but I guess it's also very emotional every time I'm able to pass a new step or break new ground, just because it's also personal goals and personal achievements, and it's.
Alex Eala has advanced to the third round of Wimbledon, making history as the first Filipino player ever to reach this stage of the prestigious tournament. It is a landmark moment for both Philippine tennis and for Eala herself. After the match, she described the achievement as incredibly meaningful, saying it was an amazing feeling to represent her country while also accomplishing a personal milestone she had worked so hard to achieve. However, this was far from an easy victory. It was not a match in which Eala simply outplayed her opponent from start to finish. Instead, it was a hard-fought battle that demanded resilience, determination, and composure under pressure. With her back against the wall, she had to dig deep and find another level, and that is exactly what she did. The match itself was thrilling from the opening games, with both players exchanging momentum before Maya Joint began to seize control of the first set. Joint raced to a 3-1 lead, and although Eala responded to cut the deficit to 3-2, Joint stayed composed, maintained her aggressive approach, and eventually claimed the opening set 6-3. Credit has to go to Joint, who came out with a clear game plan. She understood that allowing Eala to settle into a rhythm early could prove costly, so she attacked from the outset, played with confidence, and forced Eala to fight for every single point. Her intensity and fearless shot-making made it clear she had not come to Wimbledon simply to compete. She had come to win. For much of the opening set, it looked as though she was well on her way to doing exactly that. After dropping the opening set, Alex Eala found herself on the brink of an early exit from the tournament she had dreamed of succeeding in for so many years. Wimbledon, the most prestigious stage in tennis and the place where careers are often defined, suddenly seemed ready to slip away. One more lost set would have ended her historic run. But this was the moment when Eala reminded everyone why she is regarded as one of the brightest young talents in the sport. She emerged for the second set with a completely different mindset, taking control almost immediately and refusing to let Maya Joint dictate the pace any longer. Eala applied relentless pressure from the baseline, covered the court brilliantly, and forced Joint onto the defensive with aggressive, confident shot-making. She earned an early break of serve, extended her advantage with another break at 4-2, and cruised to a commanding 6-2 set victory. It was clear that something had changed, whether it was a tactical adjustment or simply a mental reset. Eala looked sharper on serve, more decisive on her ground strokes, and far more aggressive in every rally. Meanwhile, Joint, who had looked so composed during the opening set, suddenly found herself reacting instead of controlling the match. Eala was taking time away from her opponent, targeting Joint's second serve, forcing mistake after mistake, and building momentum with every game. The atmosphere on Court 3 shifted as confidence flowed to the Filipino star, and what had once looked like a potential defeat quickly transformed into a statement performance. Then came the deciding set, where Eala elevated her game to another level entirely. She completely dominated the action, giving Joint no opportunity to recover, and stormed to a stunning 6-0 victory. A bagel in the final set is more than just a convincing scoreline. It is a display of complete control, resilience, and confidence under pressure. To lose the opening set and then respond by winning the decider without dropping a single game is one of the most remarkable turnarounds of the tournament. It was a performance that announced to the tennis world that Alex Eala does not crumble when the pressure is at its highest. She rises above it. Reflecting on the victory, Eala said the result made her especially proud because it rewarded all the hard work and dedication she has invested throughout her journey. The statistics tell the story of just how remarkable Alex Eala's comeback really was. After losing the opening set, she steadily took control of the match, and the numbers highlight exactly why. Eala finished with 4 aces compared to just 1 from Maya Joint, showing how much more effective and dangerous her serve became as the match progressed. She also committed only 2 double faults, while Joint had 3, giving Eala a slight edge in serving consistency. Her first serve percentage stood at 61%, narrowly ahead of Joint's 57%, and she won 56% of her first serve points compared to Joint's 54%. The biggest difference, however, came on the second serve. Eala won an outstanding 72% of her second serve points, while Joint managed only 55%, a massive gap that explains how Eala was able to wrestle control of the contest once she settled into her rhythm. Instead of becoming a weakness, her second serve turned into one of her greatest strengths. The breakpoint numbers were equally telling. Eala converted 5 of her 19 breakpoint opportunities, while Joint capitalized on only 2 of her 6 chances. Creating 19 breakpoints is an extraordinary statistic, reflecting the relentless pressure Eala applied to Joint service games throughout the second and third sets. There were no tie-breaks in the match, with every set decided in regular play, allowing momentum and consistency to determine the outcome rather than a handful of pressure-filled points. Eala also dominated on return, winning 47 receiving points compared to Joint's 32, further emphasizing her aggressive approach whenever her opponent stepped up to serve. By the end of the match, the overall numbers confirmed what everyone watching had witnessed: a complete turnaround built on confidence, tactical adjustments, and relentless execution. Eala finished with 95 total points, comfortably ahead of Joint's 82, a fitting statistical reflection of one of the most impressive comeback victories of her Wimbledon campaign. The statistics capture the story of a match that began as a tightly contested battle before swinging decisively in Eala's favor. Her success on breakpoints, dominance behind her second serve, and advantage in aces all point to a player who made the right adjustments, elevated her level, and took complete control when the pressure was at its highest. With this remarkable comeback victory, Eala advances to the third round of Wimbledon for the first time in her career, becoming the first Filipino player in history to reach this stage at the All England club. It is a milestone that will forever be remembered and another sign that her career continues to move in the right direction. Standing between Eala and a place in the fourth round is none other than Iga Swiatek, setting up one of the most intriguing matchups of the tournament. The two have history, as Eala stunned Swiatek at the Miami Open in one of the biggest upsets of the season, proving she has the ability to challenge the world's best. Now she has the opportunity to do it again, this time on the sport's biggest stage. While Swiatek remains one of the elite players in women's tennis, grass has never been her strongest surface, and she has shown moments of inconsistency on it compared with her dominance on clay. That could create an opportunity for a fearless player like Eala, whose aggressive style, early ball striking, and willingness to dictate rallies make her a dangerous opponent for anyone. If Swiatek is even slightly below her best, Eala has already shown she has the confidence and ability to take full advantage. After overcoming her earlier round challenge against Zerzuwa and producing a stunning comeback victory over Maya Joint, Eala enters the third round with growing momentum and belief. If this latest performance proved anything, it is that she does not shy away from adversity, she embraces it. History has already been made, but Eala's Wimbledon journey is far from over. If she brings the same intensity, confidence, and relentless aggression that carried her through the final 2 sets against Joint, Swiatek will know she is facing an opponent capable of producing another unforgettable upset.